Today we're in Merritt Island, Florida. We're going to be doing the wildlife drive through the Merritt Island National Wildlife Refuge. This area is known for multiple different species of birds, but specifically the Roseate spoonbill that I'm looking for today. The best time to come here if you want spoonbill photos is in the springtime. They typically nest in this area in the springtime, so there's more of them. You can always kind of find a spoonbill around here somewhere, but this time of year is best if you're looking for them. We're going to take you down the wildlife drive. We're going to see what else we can run into. The drive itself is very well maintained road. It's like a lime rock surface, so you don't have to worry about, getting stuck or anything like that. The drive starts down by the boat ramp in the wildlife refuge, and it goes all the way into the Canaveral National Seashore. So you can check two boxes at the same time while you're here. Also, as you can see, you don't need camouflage. Most of the wildlife is viewable from the road. You can even take pictures from the car if you don't want to get out. Just remember, if you want sharper photos, either turn the car off or stay away from the hood of the car, because the heat coming off the hood of the car will give you what's called heat glaze on your photos, and it will make them less sharp. Keep in mind that the gates do close at the end of the road at dawn and dusk. Depending on what time of year it is, they alter the time where the gate is open. So just check that ahead of time before you drive down or before you come here to make sure you're not either stuck inside the park or stuck outside the park. As you can see behind me, super close to the road, big shallow pond. There's lots of wading birds here, but I don't see any spoonbills yet. I think maybe if I don't see one on the rest of the drive, I'm gonna come back here later in the day, and I'm just gonna sit by these two big long ponds that are right here, because I think this is the best place to find a spoonbill. Now, when you're looking for a spoonbill, and specifically, it has to be shallow water, because they feed using their bill without sticking their head under the water. They swoop their bill back and forth, and they pick up things off the bottom that move out of the way or whatnot, crustaceans mostly, or shrimp. So it's very important to have a shallow pond. If they can't stand up and they can't hunt, they're not gonna be there. So let me show you what we're working with. We have some wading birds over here on the right. We have another wading bird straight across. And if you look further down, there's some pelicans and stuff down that way. So I think this is a good spot. And there's a spoonbill. Just as I was saying there was no spoonbills, one just flew by. He landed right down here in the corner. So I got my camera out, and I'm gonna go see if I can get some photos. Even though it's midday, I wanna make sure I get a photo of one because I don't have one yet. I'm gonna walk down and see if I can get a little closer to him to take some photos. Also not to disturb him because I don't wanna spook him away. The light's still pretty harsh right now, so I want him to stay here for an hour or two so that I can get some better photos at the end of the day. I'm going to use this opportunity while the light is bright enough. I can take maybe some flying shots with a higher shutter speed, because you need more light to do that. As you can see, I got several beautiful spoonbill photos. I just want to point something out before I continue. In some of my previous videos, I talked about the direction you're shooting and which way the light is. As you can see, even in this photo, the light was pretty harsh, but due to the dark background and the direction of the sun, the photo is beautiful. This photo, however, was taken facing into the sun, is very blown out, and that is due to the direction of the sunlight and the direction of shooting. So if you get yourself in a better position, you can get a better photo, even if the lighting conditions are not as good. Here's another example. The light's pretty bright, but this is a beautiful photo. Anyhow, this is the photo I'm gonna edit for you guys. I really like how the wings are spread out and the bird's neck is spread out. It's the photo that I was trying to achieve when I went there looking for them. As you can see, the shutter speed was pretty high, 1 in 3200 seconds. And then it was also very bright out, so I didn't really need much ISO, and aperture is f4. The first thing we're gonna do is crop this down. You could leave it just like this. It's a beautiful photo, but I want a more cropped in type of photo. Okay, the only thing we're going to do to the whole entire photo is we're going to add a little bit of noise reduction. As you can see, we have some pixelation in the background, which is pretty normal. We just want to add a little bit to take that out. And then we're going to select the subject. All we're going to do to this photo is add a tad bit of saturation. We're going to put that at like +11. Add a little bit of clarity. We're going to put that at 15. And then a little bit of sharpness. So as you can see, the photo is really sharp and clear the way it is. We don't really need to do a whole lot to it to make it better, which is why you should take better photos, not make better photos. It's more difficult to fix them if they're not that great. The next thing we're going to do is select the background, and all we're going to do to the background is reduce the exposure to darken it up a little bit. We're going to put that like 30, and then we're going to take some of the highlights off. And I've found when you're trying to darken something, especially if you're using a mask, like the whole entire background, if you just reduce the exposure too much, you can get this weird line around the animal or the bird where you can actually see it and it looks like it's over edited or photoshopped or something like that. So just be careful with that. In this case, you could darken it all the way up and it doesn't really affect it as much. And that's it. We're not doing anything else to it. I spent all day exploring here. The Merrit Island National Wildlife Drive is a great place for wildlife photography, especially bird photography. There's tons of birds. I was able to get some spoonbills, which I've really been looking for a while, and there's tons of them here. Like I said before, springtime is the best because they're nesting, but there's a lot of them here. I was able to see a whole flock, 20 birds, get some flying photos of them, which is super cool. Next week I'm going to be making a video about how to get sharper images. I had some questions about that in my previous videos, so I want to make a dedicated video just to show you what I do to get sharper photos. Hit that subscribe button and the bell notification so you get a notification when that video comes out. If you have any questions about the Merrit Island Wildlife Drive, drop me a comment. Also, let me know what you think about this video, if it helped you in some way. Thank you again for watching. The only way I can do this is with your guys' support. If you enjoyed this video and you want to check out another one I did last week where I shot ospreys at Fort DeSoto Park in West Central Florida, I'll attach it right here and I'll see you over there.